Hi guys, what's going on? This is Namkraft and welcome to the Starcraft English comment. I'm going to be delivering to you one of those guaranteed to be epic, awesome, handpicked game by me. This is going to be a nice Starcraft Broodwar remaster fight between Snow and Hero. Everyone is practicing hard for ASL 20, not because nobody cares about ASL 20 nor about this game in general, but some of us are still addicted to this game, so I guess this is why I'm here. There's no other reasons why I would be just sitting here rambling over some random pixelated creatures on screen fighting each other. This game is gonna be played on the map Dominator. I think this map will not be there for next season of ASL. So what is it? Season 20. I can't recall exactly what is the story behind this map. But anyhow, we're gonna be seeing PvZ nicely done on this map here. And as before, this game will be released a little bit early for those who have supported me in the last 30 days. Their names are mentioned here on screen. If I know your Gmail address already, I can share it with you via private playlist. I sometimes send you an email notification as well. I hope you don't find that too annoying. If you find that too annoying, just drop me an email and it will stop sending those private personalized email notifications about early release videos. But anyways, PvZ, and we're gonna be seeing Hero located at the 3 o'clock position. He's moving towards the 1 o'clock position. There's another base down here at the 7 o'clock position, but let's see where his enemy is going to be quickly located. I will just quickly show you some relevant information. So here are the map stats for the various maps for Protoss players against Zerg, and I would also just quickly show you the map photo. There it is, Dominator, and looks like Hero has discovered where Snow is located. He's located at the 11 o'clock position. Oops, I already showed it to you on screen that Snow is located at the 11 o'clock position, but I hope you did not get spoiled too much by that small little detail, because I can promise you this game is epic. So the little details at the beginning of the game, I hope that you forgive me for spoiling those small details for you. Anyways, how are these guys doing in the scene of Starcraft? I guess I would just quickly show you the ELO stats this week to see who is standing where exactly. Here are the top 10 Broodwar players, and as you can see, Snow is number 4 and Hero is number 9. Snow's got 1384 and Hero's got 1340, so slightly advantage going towards Snow, but not by much. And by the way, this game is going to be played from the perspective of Hero or Zerg player. I hope that this will be a nice change for all of you, because all of us have been getting so used to me just showing the first person point of view of Terran players, namely Flash and then Protoss player. Anyways, this is going to be a small die situation here for Snow. He need to pull one of his probe back. He pulls it back correctly. He did not lose any probe yet, and now the Zerglings have to back up, so nicely done. Those early investment in Zerglings did not really pay out for Hero, but let's see what is going to be the next part of the game. Looks like he's retreating his Zerglings back into his lair, not the actual Starcraft Zerg lair, but lair meaning the home place, and he's going to be trying to stop this scouting probe wherever it is on this map to come out there and discover what is going to be the next stack. And it might be 3 hatch hydras at this point in the game. What is it, 3 minutes and 36 seconds? If we don't have any kind of signs of lair yet, it might be just okay, he's making something from those lavas. We shall check, and there's a hydra den, so he's gonna try to apply the pressure on Dominator. I guess in this spawning position, we shall quickly show to you the fort cannot be safe. The fort is located on south of the cannon, so there's no cannon positioning that could cover for that fort, and there's not. I mean, sometimes in a different kind of map, you can put cannons on the high ground in your main base, and that would cover for the fort on the low ground. But this is a reverse ramp map, so even if you put cannons below the ramp, it could not protect for the fort. It's a little bit more harmful than it kind of helps for this situation. Anyways, 2 Zelle's going to be coming out from Snow. He's going to try to apply the pressure, and of course, at this stage of the game, it's not only about killing drones. It's not only about killing Zerglings, but also trying to slip something inside of the Zerg's base as you are assaulting another base. For example, the Zelle could be attacking this 530 position, and as he's doing right now, we have a probe already in that location just to see where the Zerglings are located. And Zerglings have speed. They can chase this probe around, but it's gonna try to get inside the main. Where are the Zealots? The Zealots need to be, I think, shown at some point in the future, but it looks like at the last minute, those Zealots are going to be backing up because Zergling speed has just kicked in. Investing in Zergling speed is a big investment here for Hero. Needs to be super careful. He's spreading his his Zerlings out to the various side. He want to check if there's any Zealots moving across the map, and especially in the southern side. There might be some Zealots lurking in the darkness trying to get into the third base, but for the time being, Hero is a little bit satisfied with the scouting results so far. He's gonna be waiting. He's gonna just wait out there, and it looks like all of the Zealot from Snow are just camping out there, not doing anything at all. We are going to be seeing the 3 Zealots started to move around on the map, but this is not yet something critical here. When we finally have some Hydras, looks like there are 4 Hydras to stop, and the 5th one has just joined a fray. Looks like these Zerlings get destroyed. One of the Zerlings got sniped, and Hero is waiting for his Hydras to get grouped together. He's moving them in a location where it's not easily scouted by the Corsairs. As you can see, the Corsair just skipped those Hydras, but now it looks like the Corsairs, that one single Corsair was slightly attacked by the Hydras, and now we have about 6 Hydras. These Zealots are going to be trying to buy some time. They are on the high ground, and already we are seeing Hero going up to his additional hatcheries. He thinks that this rush could not possibly do the kind of damage he wishes for it to do, so it's going to just back up there, try to contain the enemy, try to cancel the upgrade on this forge, and then just try to go up with more hatcheries, and the game will go on from here. Where are the Corsairs? There's the first one. Looks like we're not seeing the second Corsair. This forge, we need to cancel the upgrade very soon. We have the Zealot coming out just to buy some time. This is gonna be not possible to actually save that forge, and the forge upgrade is I hope it's cancelled by now. I'm not so sure. Yes, in this it is going to get cancelled. We're going to be having some more Zealots attacking from the main base. Anyways, but we have now suddenly 2 Corsairs, and that might change a little bit the results of the battles in the air here. One of the Corsairs is gonna fall back. He tried to get that Overlord, and he gets the first Overlord kill very nicely. Anyways, you can see immediately Snow has been supply blocked, but he's gonna be making more Overlords there. We're gonna be having Lair coming up, and the game will slightly go on for me. Both the gateway and the forward forge have been destroyed. Inside the snow space, there are a couple of things that could be happening, but more likely than not, he's gonna be upgrading, remaking his double forge and upgrading those upgrades, and as well as going for Zelle. Like, he wants to push out and get these Hydras surrounded, and as well as catch that Overlord and making a Dark Tipper in the back door. Another possibility is he's gonna be going for Shadow on this map. Dominator, as you can see, it's very easy for Protoss to kind of fly in here with a Shadow. It can kind of take the long way. That is completely is almost virtually undetectable by any kind of Zerg presence, or you can take the short way. Either way, the backdoor for the Zerg player on this map is exposed. Nice Corsair just to find some random Overlords. Of course, with so many Hydras around, it's not going to be possible to actually kill any Overlords at all. He's going to back up here. Okay, that Overlord is very damaged, very damaged, and we are seeing Zerglings and Hydras retreating, so it's going to be the moment for the Corsair to come out and snipe that Overlord, and we are seeing some Zealot moving across the map. Those are Speed Zealot and Spire coming down for Hero now. He's hiding his Spire at his expansion. This is a bit harder to spot for the Protoss player, but we shall see. There's the Spire, and let's see if Snow is going to be able to find it. We're going to be seeing the Overlord getting sniped here, and Zealot with speed has started to come across the map. We need to have some sun guns getting created, and exactly this is what Hero is going to be doing. I think he's got just enough to hold here. There's nothing that can stop. There's not enough Zealot to snipe all of these Hydras. So I feel like Hero should have enough to hold, although this could get dire in some situation. It looks like Hero is very cautious. He doesn't want to underestimate Snow's ability to attack. The Corsairs come inside and remain. He wants to find that Spire, and that is going to aid his decision whether he should make, for example, Maelstrom, Dark Archon or not, or maybe go for more Corsairs. And we're going to be having the Zealots attacking Surround from the back. The Zealots going to try to back up. He would try to kill the Zerglings and then try to retreat safely. He had nice attacks. The Corsairs already retreated, so very good. Some of the Zealots get trapped, but he gets some Zerglings, and he's going to back up, losing only a single Zealot, so that's not bad. Behind this, we should be having some Dark Tipper roaming around on this map, as well as possibly some Hydralisk. 2 Zealots trying to get in here, and the drones will have to run away. Nice, 1 drone getting sniped, 2 drones, and it looks like Snow is doing the good attacking. He's going to be able to get 2 or 3 drones with just 2 Zealot invested. 3 drones! That's a lot of big investments there in terms of drone count for Hero, especially he had to pull some of his drones towards the expansion, which means he even lost more mining time on those drones. Anyways, we're looking at the 9-minute and almost 40-second of the game. Looks like Hero's got 83 supply. As for Snow, I'm thinking he's got about possibly 100 supply now. It looks like Spire is completed. What exactly is he making? He's got a lot of gas, so I'm going to say that those are not mutualists. Indeed, they are just Scourges, and the Scourge is going to try to run around. We're going to be having the 4th base coming up, and as for So Snow, where is his potential third base? Let me just quickly show you what this map possibly looks. So here is what the map looks like, and the fourth base for Snow could be, for example, this base here or that base a little bit in the corner as well. I think more likely than not, he's gonna take the mineral only base. That is usually the base that the okay, looks like I was incorrect there. Looks like Snow tries to take the 1 o'clock position, which is a little bit harder to hold, but it's on high ground and it's got a gas, so that's something to keep in mind. Looks like for the time being, Hero is not gonna pressure too hard. He prefers to keep his units together and make sure that he can cover for the fourth base that is coming up at the 6 o'clock position, and make sure that the Protoss just doesn't pound through with like 5 or 6 Zelle, snipe the hatcheries and then retreat. That's the worst situation. Actually now Hero should have some visibility in these dark areas. He doesn't have it, which is kind of not really a good thing. Usually you want to have 1 or 2 Zerglings just patrolling those areas, and lurkers started to make themselves available, but we do have, what is it, a doctor is roaming. I can see something. I can see some red blur. It might have been a doctor, I'm not so sure, but anyways, now Hero is going to be able to have all of his 4 bases nicely connected. We have a small attack on this other side. Some Hydras get trapped nicely by Snow. This is Snow's signature to catch some of the Hydras as they're retreating, and get a couple of free kills that way. We're looking at 11 minutes and 20 seconds of the game. Hero's got 120 supply. As for Snow, I think he's got about 135 or 40. I'm not so sure. Lurkers is trying to hold here. I think for the timing, Snow could not push, and that front on that front side right here in a 3 o'clock position. He might want to try to come around from this other side. And as for Hero, I mean, what is this thing about Zerg in late game? They're kind of 2 school of play style here, I think, for these Zerg players. One is no hive, just going with Hydralis, and maybe sometimes gonna be going with Spire, very basic units that just try to overwhelm a Protoss player with massive force. Nice dodge, amazing dodge by Hero, and the second thing was undodgeable. That is an undodgeable bullet, killing 2 lurkers instantly. So those two school of thoughts are what are predominantly being used by Zerg players. If you're gonna be going up to hive, it's a lot better to do, but of course it's also a lot more risky, right? Because you're gonna be sacrificing a lot of forces in the mid game to try to get to that technical progress, you know, inside your main base. And the other school of thought, I think sometimes Queen does it, sometimes Soki does it very well, which is to stick to the bare minimum and just mass produce Hydras, sometimes some lurkers as well, and just stay on this tech until you can overwhelm the Protoss player. Anyways, nice attack. We need to have that lurker unburrow, but looks like not enough fast reaction from Hero to unburrow his lurker, and he's gonna have to remake his lurker war, and the Dragoon's gonna try to come out even from the low ground with observer support. The Protoss player can see those lurkers, and of course the usual combo to kill them is 1 Storm 1 Dragoon hit. And if the Zerg player is not fast enough, he might be losing 2 or 3 lurkers for free, and that is something that you want to avoid, especially you know, between very high level plays and every single unit scan. Looks like we have hive done now for Hero, and as for Snow, he's got the inner 10-30 position secured. This 1 lurker, even on the high ground alone, is not going to be able to get saved here. Nice Storm killing 2 more lurkers, so 3 lurkers were attacking. That's the process. We have another battle happening on this left side here. Zealots are trying to buy some of these lurkers are going to get unburrowed very quickly. Nicely done by Hero just to buy some time, and it looks like Hero want to try to create a second frontier to try to attack this base of this on the low ground that has only 1 cannon right now to protect. Hero need to actually use his money a little bit more wisely. He's got 1,000 minerals, not a lot, and as you can see in his main base, Hero is kind of in a defensive posture. He's got several overlords, some Hydras, some Zealots, excuse me, some Zergs, because he feared that they could potentially be a drop by the Protoss player at some point in the future. This Dark Templar is going to be just watching the show. He's going to be dying, but we have a big thrust by Protoss in the middle of the map here. This is going to be a huge battle. It looks like the rest of Hero's forces are not in the right location. That is a beautiful storm to clear so many Zerglings. The next storm hits so many units. I think about 20 psi worth of Hero's units were destroyed in that attack, and our Protoss has gone the high ground advantage. The red of the army from Hero are not in the right location. He's forced to kind of come back with the rest of his forces here, but fortunately for Hero doing that attack, he's got just enough to hold. I think the Defiler mount is about to complete that building next to the hive is probably the Defiler mount. we are looking forward to those defilers changing the fate of the battles for Hero, because right now he is under intense pressure. He needs to get under a fifth base up, but he's unable to get it. He could not take this lower base in the 3 o'clock. So he's going to try to come around. This might change the fate of the battle. Is this a drop or is it a frontal attack to the 10:30 position? It might be a frontal attack. That base, of course, is on the low ground. Nice battles happening. We're going to be having a great start to hit. So many Zerglings were destroyed in that attack, and he's going to try very hard to snipe that Hydra, but he's able to snipe it. We have a shadow as well. I think there might be Reavers inside, and Hero need to make a decision about what to do with this small group of forces. There's going to be a shadow dropping in. He's going to be going for a single Archon. He's just trying to kill some skirmishes. Not able to do so. He's going to attack some drones now. He's going to hide in the corner and try to minimize the surface area of those cracklings. He gets a couple of Zerglings destroyed. Not bad, but at the last minute that our Archon has died, and now Hero is free to take his 5th base, but he's late. He's been on the same number of bases with the Protoss player for a while, but I hope that his hive tech has paid out for him, because now he needs to have defilers, and the reason why you're allowing yourself to be on the same number of bases as Protoss player is that so you can get into defiler tech. Anyways, some nice attack by Snow, and looks like Hero doesn't have enough to hold this. He's almost getting pushed back. He's trying to wait. We have some time, and where are these Hydras? Why they amassing from this left side? There's not much attack happening, just a couple of Zealots, but there's going to be a beautiful storm to hit several Hydras. And at the last minute, more Hydras going to get destroyed. Beautiful storm coming from the backside. Where exactly are these forces? And that hatchery gets sniped. That's a problem here. Looks like that was a feint by Stone. He attacked this area in the 3 o'clock position with the smaller forces than Hero expected, and the rest of the Protoss forces attack on this side. And now Hero is down to just 4 bases, while Snow is climbing up to 5 bases. We're looking at the 60-minute mark of the game. And of course this game is still going strong, fair and square, and I'd like to take this time to thank some of my fans who have supported me in the last 30 days. Their names are shown on the screen right now. I'm just going to quickly show you some photos of those people, and one of the photos I want to show is Mr. Yang right here. He's a new guy that just joined the crew. Thanks a lot for your support in the last 30 days, Mr. Yang. I hope you enjoy your Dragoon suit that I've personally drawn for you. Mr. George, thank you a lot for your support. Mr. Daniel, you have been amazing. And last but not least, Mr. Sea Goblin, my teacher, my sailor, my boyfriend. Thanks a lot for your support. And if you want to join the crew of Namkraft best buddies or Namkraft's girlfriends, just go ahead and click the link in the video description to buy me coffee. If you have a Zelle account, you can do it easily using my Zelle account, which is namkraftvn@gmail.com. If you have PayPal or credit card, just use those as well. Nice done work by Hero to try to push those units back, but keep in mind he still doesn't have another base. He's trying to remake another base at the 830 position, but I'm not so sure if that base will be up fast enough to give him the advantage in this game, because now Snow is coming out of 5 bases looking very, very strong. More attacks happening, and Snow might take this base on this left side as well. There's going to be a nice attack. Observer need to fall back. The Shadow has got speed now. There's possibly double Reavers inside those Shadows, and coupled with the speed Shadow, it's going to be impossible to stop. Lurkers are trying to come out here and set up a small formation. 177 supply for Hero. You need to move his Lurker a little bit forward to support each other, and more cracklings coming through, but is it going to be fast enough, because this front line has been broken? Drone's going to get transferred. The rest of the drones going to try to come out. Cracklings are going to get sent to the battles, but I don't think they can make it on time, because now Protoss has breached this area. We have possibly a Lurker in that. Okay, the Shadow's got nothing, because otherwise Snow will be using it, I think. But anyways, these forces are going to be destroyed, and this new hatchery that just comes online will be under attack here, and that's going to be slightly unfortunate, because behind this, Hero doesn't have another base. He's trying to attack nice, and where are the Defilers? I thought he made Defiler mount, but he just has hive. Okay, finally we have the Defiler so late. Of course, he's got cracklings, but it will take a long time. This hatchery will fall before you can actually send reinforcement. It's going to be better for Hero to try to go for some kind of counter attack, because he could not attack this area fast enough. I don't think he could. We have a nice Reaver Scarab that hits so many units and Lurker's damage. Where is Observer? Do we see an Observer? Nice attack by Hero to kill that Reaver, but we're going to be having what that looks like. He's going to try to corner some Dragoons inside of this base, but these Archons are buying so much time. We need to stay on high ground, because it's going to be impossible for the Cracklings to come down south here. There's just way too much firepower, especially those 2 Archons are very, very strong. We might have a Plague. A Plague doesn't really help. You need to have a Dark Swarm. Dark Swarm also doesn't help because Archons, right? And Zealots, they work very well on the Dark Swarm. He's gonna try to snipe one Archon, and that Archon is gonna be finally falling. No, it's still alive. is still alive, and looks like Hero is having a problem trying to clear up those areas so they can set up another base. He's still on 4 bases, while Hero is coming up to 6 bases. We look at this base right now. At the 10th day position is going to be another attack, and what can Hero do, because he's got the file attack, but with a smaller economy, smaller military, and of course inferior upgrades, it's going to be very difficult. With having cracklings coming through, he's going to try to breach this area to try to attack that base, but he needs the file support, which he doesn't really have. Those lurkers need to come out, and in terms of APM, 350 APM, which is kind of decent, but I'm not so sure if it's going to be good enough or not. And looks like there might be some lurkers coming through to try to snipe those forces. Going to try to create a lurker contain here on those forces. Of course, those zealots and archons can just run around all days, but these areas are getting held nicely here by the Zerg side, and looks like Hero is afraid there might be a drop in his main again, so he's gonna try to keep some of the sunkens inside of his main. Let's count the number of bases, excuse me, because only this base here at the 9 o'clock position has not been taken. I guess this inner 730 is also not yet taken. We're gonna be having a great storm. Hero needs to dodge that storm like crazy. He's able to dodge some of it. He's gonna land some lurkers, but those lurkers are so close together. You need to unburrow some of them and try to move them around. The Defiler has reached this area though. He's gonna try to go for plague, beautiful plague. He's gonna eat another crackling, and then he's gonna cast a dark storm all over those cannons. Maybe, I'm not so sure. It's gonna be drones getting transferred now. And can Hero make it out alive? Because now we have 6 base Protoss versus 5 base Zerg. Drone's gonna finally come out here and transition and trying to get. I mean, is it worth it for the Zerg player to use Nidus Canals? I feel like Nidus Canal is always very useful against Terran, or against who in general, because sometimes we see Nidus Canals being used against Terran a lot, but we don't see it against Protoss. Why not? That is the question I have. Anyways, it's gonna be a major battle in this mid area, and Hero is able to hold for now with his Defiler technology. He's able to control the tempo of the game, but he needs to have more hatcheries. He needs to kind of go out and have some killer moves in the shadow, coming together with double reavers, high templars, zealots, dragoons, observers, archons, everything. He's gonna be able to cast several nice reavers from the low round. We need to have a plague or darkstorm to support the Defiler. Is gonna be able to cast something. He's lost the Defiler. That is so unfortunate. It looks like the high ground's gonna get completely breached. Those lurker lines are still very strong though. He need to come from the other side. He's gonna try to move the lurkers back and forth. The lurker circle is nicely done. And this, of course, is still very inferior defensive power from Hero, but the fact that he's able to spread out his lurkers, I mean, it would take a long time for Hero to be able to come out and snipe those lurkers. Hydra's gonna try to snipe a single reaver, excuse me, nicely done by Hero. He's gonna try to snipe once again an Archon, but nice storm. And now Crackling's gonna be the spot. Hero need to make more lurkers. He's morphing some lurkers. I don't know if he can morph them fast enough. He's got 2 additional Defiler. He's gonna be able to hold. He's gonna cast a nice plague. He's gonna go for plague on what? He's gonna plague all of those zealots, and he's gonna have to back up right now and try to. Oh my god, the Defiler is gonna get destroyed. He's gonna be going for Dark Storm. No, he loses. No, he gets. I think he got another plague off, but he's not able to cast a Dark Storm, and he loses to Defiler in a span of just 1 or 2 minutes here. The drone's gonna have to get sent towards their base, and he has not been able to make another hatchery. He's lacking the money to do it, and we're gonna be having more cracklings coming through, and it looks like those reavers on the low rounds are doing good job. He need to have a plague to support, and a dark storm is going to be the snipe on observers too, but it will take a long time. And now beautiful storm, just endless storms, and finally Hero has got enough money to go for his hatchery inside the main here. The Defiler is going to be able to cast something else, maybe a dark storm, maybe a plague. He casts a plague on all of those reavers. Nicely done. Those reavers cannot get on these high ground. The lurkers are able to support front. And how much army this Hero has inside of his main base? So much army. He just keep on sending forces over and trying to hold this area. He needs to send the lurkers back. He loses the lurker, but is able to hold here. Those hydras need to come out and support, and more lurkers will have the very deep lurker line. The lurker lines in this game is like the tank line in a PvZ game, and so many layers of tanks that Defiler is gonna get sniped, but he's able to cast another plague, another dark storm. Hydra's gonna try to come through. We need to have some nice attack. Archons are doing splash damage, great here. The Reavers also doing some sick shot. The Defiler is gonna have to back up. There's nothing. There's no army. You just need to cast as non-stop dark storm, and that's it. Forget about anything else. But this area has been breached, and we need to have reinforcement right now because this hatchery is gonna get destroyed. Lurkers gonna try to come down. Those lurkers are falling fast. You need to send the rest of the drones towards the main base. The lurkers gonna try to get inside. The dark storm, nicely done, but they are very close together. They will get destroyed very quickly by the storm. 2 lurkers 3 lurkers, all 4 lurkers died. That Defiler is able to cast something, but there's still a couple of Darkstorm remaining. Beautiful. I mean, this was amazing to watch, I think, from the perspective of Hero. I mean, if this was a third-person point of view, I don't think it would be as beautiful to watch. I think I really enjoyed this. I hope you enjoyed this as well. And while you're at it, click the link in the description to buy me coffee, because I need some kind of drinks to kind of, you know, clear my throat. Anyways, looks like Hero is short of cash. He need to do some magical moves there, because this high ground is completely breached. His lurker line has been completely tampered with. This hatchery is still not yet coming down. What is it? He's forget this, like something that is broken in that area or something. He's trying to plan out the hatchery, but he's not. He got the money for it. Anyways, he's able to snipe this Nexus at a 9 o'clock position. I think he's gonna be running out of money soon, right? Because usually as a Zerg player, you want to have even number of bases as or at least 2 more bases compared to the Protoss player. Let us just quickly have a count here. Zerg's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 bases, and Protoss got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This base is contested right now. Defiler is going to cast a couple of attacks here. It looks like Snow gets pushed back hard. What happens is we didn't have an Archon drop. When have you seen an Archon drop? That was nice. And where are the Scourges? They need to get out here. And nice attack, but those drones are going to get protected. Where's the Shadow flying to? He's going to be able to actually go out there and more attack. And looks like the Shadow on the Archon kills. Oh my god, the Shadow is still alive. Nice attack on all of those cracklies. Another Shadow is going to be hiding in the back, but we have more Scourges coming through. He's going to have to snipe that Shadow. You need to send out the rest of the Scourges out here, and he's able to get it or not. He's able to get those forces, and that Reaver is still doing great shot though on all of those drones, and that Archon is still alive. What amazing control by Snow, and Snow is going to be able to push on this high ground as well. Look, he's going to deploy himself. So for the timing, oh my god, look at the Reaver shot, amazing shot in the last minute. I think that Archon finally died, and those drones are allowed to come back. And looks like this high ground is completely busted. Now the Defiler need to do something. We're gonna be having one lurker, and he's not. Looks like Snow just completely overrun the entire situation. We don't have a Dark Swarm. We do have a nice break, but does it really help? I'm not so sure. More reinforcement coming through, but now the Zerg race has lost the high ground. The high ground is going to be going to Protoss here with a couple of horses, and looks like Snow has forgotten about some of his army on this side. We have a Shadow and a Reaver coming through once again. Those Hydras are running around like chickens, and looks like the Reaver is going to take some nice shot. The hatchery gets sniped, and with that, the number of minerals intake coming in for Hero is going to go down significantly, and this hatchery has fallen. I think the game is near here the end, because now look at the supply for Hero 96. He's running out of ideas. Lurkers are going to try to deploy themselves. We're going to be having another Darkstone to protect, and possibly he need to eat his own egg. He ate his own Scourges. He might eat his own Overlord, or of course drones. He need everything that he eat, because he's starving. Hero. Nice Reaver shot. And the last bit, how much money remains? These lurkers need to get out here. Drones cannot even get sent to those areas, because it's like a battlefield. Lurkers gonna have to come out, and look at those beautiful Reaver shot. GG from Hero. You've enjoyed this. This is gonna be in the video. Bye bye.